This is a song for my friends Jaret and Gary. They started a podcast and said a theme was necessary. They're just a couple of guys in a band that you know. Some rockstar dads who started a show. So here's the next episode.
Welcome, everyone, to the Rockstar Dad Show. And, gosh, fresh back from Australia. They call it Down Under.
Yeah.
And it is way down there.
It's down there. Everything they say sounds funny, too.
You know, I have a lot to talk about today.
Oh, boy.
But I feel like we should recap that as well. But, you know, we had to take our dogs to the vets today for, you know, we have this like a wellness plan, right? And so I have 3 dogs. And so the wellness plan, you know, you kind of start it when they're puppies, and it covers everything from like, you know, their spay, neuter, and, you know, it's like a yearly teeth cleaning, and there's all these things. But for some reason, we still end up, like, it still ends up costing $700, $800 every time we take them in, you know, for these things. So Milo had to have his dental cleaning today, and they call us and say he needs to have a tooth extracted, right?
Yeah.
$1,000.
Holy smokes.
Now, he's already under anesthesia for the teeth cleaning, right?
Yeah.
There's a whole team there to make sure that he's comfortable and all that shit. And he is, so $1,000 to yank a tooth out. And you know, and if he's 11 years old, right? So, you know, these things are going to start happening. He's eating a little bit less, and he's all gray in the face, and he's getting up there. He's moving a little slower than he once did.
Yeah.
You know? And that's in no way any reason that I wouldn't just go ahead and be like, yeah, just yank that fucker out of there. Here's $1,000. But I was just like, that seems fucking crazy. It doesn't cost $1,000 to pull a tooth from a human.
Right. And
You know?
especially if you're supposed to have the care plan package,
Yeah.
whatever. But then if he's already under for getting the teeth cleaning, it's like, I get it. Maybe if it's like a separate appointment and they're going to have to put him under again and okay, maybe that's $1,000. Probably not, but maybe. But if he's already there,
yeah,
whew,
already there and under, and it's like Casey goes, and quite frankly, we're the worst. Like, we're not, you know, obviously we're not wealthy, but we do all right. And, you know, so we're not penny pinchers, like most of the time, and we're instant gratification people. So like we have a really hard time shopping around, and, you know, like usually it's just like, yeah, okay, fuck, whatever that is. We just want that, you know? But, you know, I don't know. There's just certain things that just sort of, you know, it's like, what the fuck are we paying for with this wellness plan? What is that? What does that cover? You know? And I guess it's their shots and this and this and this, but it's like, man, I don't know. I think I'll go a la carte.
yeah.
You know? So anyway, that's how the day started, you know? And, I don't know. Anyway, I think we're going to switch vets, which sounds like a real big pain in the ass.
It does, man. Like, I haven't been happy with our vet for, I don't know, about 6 years. And every time I go, I'm like, that's the last time I'm going. We're going to go to a different vet. And it's just such a pain in the ass. But I'm in that same boat where I'm like, we got to do it.
I want to, I managed to switch Bowling for Soup and our other company's banks, right? So I managed to do that. But I've been unhappy with the bank that we've used forever and ever, right?
Yeah.
And I'm still there personally, and I want to switch so bad, but god damn it, it sounds like a pain in the ass. I want to switch my mailbox to a place closer to me, and also that the particular mailbox location that I use has really gone downhill. Like, it just used to be managed so well, and now it's like, I mean, they're just changing managers all the time, and it's just, you know, it's just not quite as efficient as it once was. And you know, progress is happening here in our town where There's 2 more that are way closer to me.
Sure.
And but gosh, changing my address sounds terrible, because it's not just me. It's both of our companies, and like everything.
All the
changes.
automated stuff. Yeah.
All of the automated stuff. Not to mention, just the IRS and the publishing company and the record labels that we've been associated with. And just sometimes those aren't that easy. Anyway, it's just hard to switch stuff. I hate switching stuff.
Yeah, don't do it. But it'd be all right. It'd be all right if the IRS couldn't get a hold of you for a while. That'd be fine.
Right. Oh man, they for my corporation that I have, they apparently misplaced one of the returns from like 2 years ago, and it's just been all these letters back and forth between them and the accountant and the bookkeeper, and it's like, it's going to get solved, but that's costing me money. Like every time those people send an email, they bill you for 0.25 hours. You know what I mean? And it's just like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You can't win. You can't win, man. But I just got to thinking just what a pain in the ass it is to like, for example, the company that I use that does our lawn, when I started with them, I was like, look, I just want you to do everything. I want one-stop shopping. I don't want to have to deal with anything. Like that's the whole point. Where I came from in Highland Village, one company, my grass was awesome and my trees did great and all that. Well, and it's been fine until very recently. Now all of a sudden my shrub and bed service, tree and bed service is done through another whole different company. But so now I'm like, well, what does this entail? Like, what do I need? What am I still paying you for? And wait a minute, did this go down? And now, so see what I'm saying? Like now I have to dive in and like make sure that, wait a minute, am I still paying the same amount? Only now I have to hire these guys to do something else?
Yeah.
Because that's not good, but I don't want to switch lawn companies,
It's hard to find the company that will actually just do everything. And I had it years ago as well. And then they sold it to a different company, and then they broke it up to where this company does that and this company does that, and service went down, and so then I had to shop around to try to find another company that would do it all. And I didn't really find it. I found a company that like does everything I need most of the time.
Yeah.
But then there's still like a la carte services that every now and then I got to go like, hey man, this flower bed's kind of shoddy. And they're like, okay, we'll just bill you hourly. I'm like, can't we just have a thing that
yes, exactly.
Care of?
We must use something very similar because that's exactly the same thing. Like, and they use contractors for the mowing now. It used to be like dudes in their trucks would show up, but now it's all contracted out. And so, you get one crew that does great, but then you get, like I've actually had to complain, and it takes so much for me to complain. I mean, It is, it's gotta be bad. It has to be.
I'm the same way. The problem with that though, is by the time you actually do complain, you've been putting up with all this little shit and it's been building. Yeah. And then you complain and you're fucking pissed.
And you're mad. Yeah, you're exactly right. Like it's like you're already to that point of like, look, I'm looking for a different company, and they're like, Jesus Christ, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, his edging sucks, but
yeah.
I don't even remember what the problem was with when I ended up complaining. Like, I don't remember like if he was just missing. Oh, I do remember like all of a sudden we had a trampoline. And they just stopped moving the trampoline. Like they had always moved the trampoline. Right.
Yeah.
And so, then that just grew up and up and up. And now that's just a huge dead spot in our yard because again, this company doesn't do everything and it just should just be really nice grass back there, but it's not. God damn it, man. Just, you just need, we need a tour manager for the house, and it just handles all this shit. And it's just, wouldn't that be great?
Maybe that's like a service we should create. The house management.
House management is a good idea. Like he's like is that what a butler used to do?
Maybe, I don't know.
They answer the door and then tell
Like
the staff what to do.
like you said, we're doing pretty well, but we're not doing Butler well. I don't know. What did they
Yeah,
do?
I know. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we don't do butler business. We did okay in Australia, but Jesus Christ, Yeah, but I'm like the guy that gets we have a poop guy. I have 3 dogs, and my dogs are big dogs. And so we have a poop guy that comes and does the poop twice a week. And it really is necessary. Because I travel, obviously, and then, and I guess Everett's about at that age where he could do it, but I've already had the poop guy his whole life.
Yeah.
And so, but like I get annoyed when they go on vacation, like they're just like, there'll be no service this Friday as we're going to be celebrating the holiday with our family. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, like,
So we have
who's picking up this shit.
We have the poop guy through our lawn service. Okay.
But
whenever it gets into the winter time, so whenever it gets to be like late November, December, and January, they only come and do like fertilizing stuff, winter fertilizing stuff, and they don't send the normal mowing crews and all that. So the dog poop guy doesn't come for 2.5 months, which means I try to talk the kids into doing it, which means it gets really poopy in the backyard, and then I have to go do
it. Yeah, our lawn people offer the poop service, but I had already gotten this other guy, and we've had him since we moved here. So, I'm a loyal dude. It takes a lot for me to switch that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like again, I always feel bad that I'm sort of like put off by the fact that they're taking time away,
Yeah.
like, but it's worse in the summer. Like, I really don't give a shit in the winter, like whatever, because it's not like we're really out there using the yard. But like when it's hot outside and like they don't come on a Friday and then you're having people over, it's my dogs are big enough and it's not that big of a yard where they actually can go. So it's, an odor can develop.
Oh, yeah.
It's poopy. It gets poopy out there.
It gets poopy.
Poopy.
Mia got excited about, like, she got to the point where she can do the pooper scooper and all this, and I couldn't believe, like, she was having fun doing it. She's at that age where, like, having a job is exciting and she can do it. And I told her, I was like, if you'll just do this once every few days, I'll give you $5 a week. And her eyes just lit up. She's like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
Right. And then I went to Australia and came back, and it hadn't been picked up since I'd been gone. So
right.
Gonna have to find someone else to do it. She's not up for the $5 a week, I guess.
Yeah, that's it's funny. Fisher has his son doing it, and he's in what, like 3rd or 4th grade. And he's been doing it for a very long time, but then Casey Fisher is quality control, he says.
Yeah.
And like that's my whole thing. It's just like, how good of a job can a little kid do?
Not great.
But God, he's got him out there doing it, and man, I'm so bad. I don't really make my kids do anything, like it's just, I mean, like Everett feeds the pets most of the time. And he'll bring the trash cans up. And he'll, like, if I need the backyard picked up, like if the dogs have like drug a bunch of toys out and, and he'll kind of clean that up, and he cleans his room. But like when I was a kid, we had to take the trash out. Have I ever told you that picking up the dog shit in the house was a job at my house when I was growing up, because they had these little shitty poodles?
You have told me that.
And it was literally like, take out the trash, pick up poop. Like they just accepted that those dogs just shit in the house. Ugh. And it was a job to fucking pick it up. God.
That's hard to believe.
I hated it. I hated it so much. Step it in their pee in socks. Oh man. Or step it in the poop barefooted.
Yeah.
Man, that almost gagged me. I think I'm still a little tired from Australia, and I've got like a little bit of of a thing. I don't know what's going on. You can my voice is a little deep, and but anyway, that almost gagged me.
Well, yeah,
I think I stopped up.
poop talk will get you. Mia's job in the yard, she's not doing the best, but the thing that she does like to do, she likes to do work with me. She likes to come into the office and we work. And I'll usually bring in like a little step stool thing that she can sit on next to me. And anyways, so right before we went on this Australia trip, my office chair, like the hydraulics on it have been going out, so I've just been sinking as I sit in it. And you were kind enough to give me a new chair. And so whenever I came home that day, I told Mia, I go, hey, Mia, I got a new chair. So now you can have a chair in the office too. So now we have two chairs. She can have my old one. Yeah. And she really took that to heart. So while we were in Australia, she has redecorated the office now. And I came home. I don't know if you can see behind me, but
I do see that she's got her own tchotchkes up there now.
She's got all of her teddy bears and Hello Kitties and all sorts of stuff in the office now. And every day she's like, Dad, let's go to the office and do work, which consists of, her sitting on her little laptop over here and typing in math problems and asking me to solve them if I can solve them as good as the computer.
Right. Yeah.
It's really important work.
Yeah, that is important work, and it's good that you've got her, a member of the productive society,
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, I God damn it, that's adorable. I did notice that there were a few colors different around you, and but I didn't really know what it was until you pointed it out, and now I can tell.
Yeah, when I got home, she was really excited. She's like, Dad, come see the office. And I walked in, I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's getting crowded in here.
Yeah. Oh man. All right. Well, let's talk about Australia and our trip there down under. But let's go ahead and take a break. We'll come back with more Rockstar Dad Show right after this. Y'all listen up. Welcome back to the Rockstar Dad Show. Don't forget, we are on every Tuesday on Adobe Radio at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then our podcast comes out right after that, just a few hours on Wednesday, wherever you are. But I guess that would be Thursday in Australia because they're a day ahead. And we just got back from Australia. The trip over was one of those weird ones. We left at 6:00 at night on a Tuesday. And when we landed, it was Friday morning. So just Wednesday just didn't happen. Yeah. No, is that right?
Thursday didn't happen. We just didn't get a Thursday.
Got it. Okay. Anyway, one day was missing. And that's weird. That's one of those things. And then the way that it worked out, when I was waking up each day, let me think about this. I was waking up each day, and then so it was like sort of the middle of the day. Is that right? Oh no. Around the time when I was waking up each day, they were like in the middle of their day here in Texas. And then around the time we were getting to take a nap because we were flying every day. So around 1 or 2 was around bedtime for them. And then we would get home from the show and the family was waking up.
Yeah, like whenever I was getting ready to finally go to sleep, like they're about to wake up, not quite, but about to.
Yeah, that was. But we, I managed to. It's kind of cool with the new thing that our phone carrier does, where you get. It's just all one price and it's automatic, and so it's like it's this much on this. Like if you use data or you use the phone on this day, and you're in most countries, it's just this is how much it is, and so. It's such a different thing from the first time that we went over there, and I ran up like an $800 phone bill in just a few hours because I did it was back in the days where you had to turn off your data roaming and turn this thing on, and gosh, remember we were buying SIM cards from other phone companies and we were buying calling cards, and we would just in every country every trip. It was a different thing that we needed to do to navigate it. And it's just like
a different thing. And we were trying to solve the problem. Like you buy the
Yeah.
little dongle thing and this and that.
Yeah.
But like there's always something, not always, but a lot of the times, even though you went through all these hoops to make it work, like there's something that you didn't get right and you still had the $300 phone bill.
Yeah, totally.
600, 800, whatever.
Got me on the cruise, the Warped Tour cruise. I didn't realize, you know, that I was doing that. I hadn't bought the cruise plan, you know, and so that was a whole freaking thing. But yeah, I feel like I did a lot better staying in touch with home this time, and it just seemed a lot easier. Our schedule though was pretty intense because we were having to be in the lobby at like 5:30 a.m. to fly to the next city to play a show, to get back to the hotel at 11:30 or 12, go to sleep, and do it all over again the next day. So pretty grueling, you know. It was and it wasn't just us, it was all the bands, just, you know, by the end of it. I mean, the way festivals work over there, guys, it's actually really, really cool. So we went over there, we did a thing called the Good Things Festival. Well, the same promoter that promotes the Good Things Festival takes all of those bands that are at the festival, and then within the 3 to 4 cities that are around, or the 3 cities where you do these shows or whatever, they do what's called side shows. So leading up to and then coming out of those festival days, you have those bands playing, you know, like regular shows. So like 1,000-seaters, 2,000-seaters. I'm not sure where Korn played, but I'm sure it was, you know, like an arena or whatever. But like, it's really cool. So you go over for the festival shows, but you end up playing, you know, we did 3 festival shows and then 3 club shows, and they team you up. So the first time we were over there, we were with Less Than Jake, I believe, that when we did the festival. Isn't that right? Didn't we play with Less Than Jake for our side shows?
I don't remember that. I know we did I'm drawing a blank.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
Ed and Maddie and Zebrahead, yeah.
Okay, we did our side shows with them?
Yeah, we did side shows with Zebrahead.
Side note. So my wife was talking to Everett while I was gone, and she was just giving him an example of something about like behavior or something. And she goes, you know how everybody says how nice your dad is? Like, and he, you know, she's like, you know how everybody like says like that your daddy is like the nicest dude, and you know, all that. And Everett literally just goes, well, he is, Mom. I mean, except that guy from Zebrahead. He thinks Adrian is the nicest guy in the world and not me.
That's great.
I know. And I'm just like, okay, that's a good choice. Good choice. I would have taken Stacey Jones, Adrian, you know, those 2 I would take over me for sure. There's a few other ones that
How
are
funny.
really,
That's
really
great.
Nice. Taylor Hanson is really, really nice. But anyway, just really funny. Adrian made such an impact on him, seeing him at one show.
Yeah.
And now Everett just is like, oh no, that Zebrahead singer, he's the nicest guy. But yeah, so you do these side shows, but it's actually really fun because I got to thinking about this and how our lives are different now. Because we did have a day off, and we could have actually gone to see bands, and there were bands that playing in where we had the day off.
Yeah.
I don't know if you picked up on this, that we really actually probably would have liked to have gone to see. You know,
it didn't even cross my mind.
Me either. Did not even think about it. Never even until I got home, and I started thinking, oh, because when we were on the last ones that we did, which was back in 2014, on our day off, we went and saw Jimmy Eat World and Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
And that was great. And we had a really fun night out and all that. And so that was a possibility, but we were all so dead. And of course I was getting sick. So I had to fucking lay low. But yeah, I got to thinking about that, just how different, you know, like back 10 years ago, if there was any sort of trouble to get into, we were finding it, you know, and now it's like, if there's a chance to lay in this bed an extra 4 hours, we're going to do that.
Like I said, that didn't even cross my mind, but Ian was on the Instagram and stalking our new best friends 311. And one of their side shows was at this place called the R&R Event Center.
Mm-hmm.
doesn't sound that funny until you think about an Australian accent. The R&R. R&R.
I know.
Oh no. R&R.
No. It's really funny how all the bands picked up like so our sideshows are with Taylor Acorn, guys, just in case you didn't know. She's a social media phenomenon who has released an album, and she's got a great band and a great crew. And we really hit it off with them and had a lot of fun. But they picked up on that same vowel sound that we have, done forever, which is the nar when they say no. Nar, let's go.
It's hard to not pick up on it.
Yeah. Our new best
I'm
friend.
sure it's like when anyone comes here and they're like, "What's y'all? What's fixin'?"
Oh,
like,
yeah.
We all say our stuff.
That came up over there, actually. They were just like, what else would y'all say or whatever? And one of the girls that works for Taylor is from South Carolina, and she was like, well, I'm fixing to go over there and do this or whatever. She was just like, whoa, what? You're about to wait, what did you just say?
Yeah.
And that's our liaison in the UK once asked Dave, what's fixing to?
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, it's really cool how it works because they take care of all your internal travel and all of that stuff. And so it's actually very, very well organized, and you have a promoter there with you. And gosh, they just know how to do it. I mean, I just felt like everything was super, super smooth. I feel like the festivals seem way smoother than other countries because it's so fucking hard to get there. None of us have entourages. You know what I mean? So like, I didn't see one band that had like 15, 20 people watching them from the side of the stage.
Right. You don't have all your guests because you haven't been there too much. But
yeah,
also part of it being so smooth is it's not just us trying to figure out the festival. The festival gives you like a liaison, and the liaison knows how all the shit goes, and they just make it all smooth. And then the other thing is just part of how they do it there, and they streamline everything. But with like the hotel check-in, you just get to the hotel and they walk up to the desk and hand you your key, where whenever we're traveling on our own, it's like you got to go to the hotel, check in, the rooms aren't ready, we're going to sit around in the lobby, and then we all do the thing where, okay, everybody get comfy, and we throw our luggage and spread out and act like we're napping and start joking and being loud. They get our rooms ready really quick when we do that.
Guys, if you ever want an early check-in, bands, listen up. If you ever want to check in early and you go there and like, oh no, we're not gonna be able to get to you, but they can't kick you out of the waiting room. So put your shit in the floor, lay down, go to sleep, snore, tell jokes, throw paper wads back and forth to one another, be courteous, kind, be a human being, but take up room. Start drinking the free coffee. You'll get a fucking room
pretty quick.
Trust me. And we have done that in city after city, and it is amazing how well it works.
Yeah. But this Australia thing, like, just walk into the lobby, get handed a key, go to your room, like that just streamlines everything, right?
Yeah, your tour manager gets a tour manager, basically. Yeah. So it's like our guy was Wally, and he was in a band called the Meanies, and he is just such a great dude, and we really hit it off, and he's a member of this family now, and I'm excited to have a long lasting friendship with him. But even was it McKinsey that was Taylor Acorns too? I mean, and they sort of like worked in tandem. It was like we had just all of this support with us, and just you don't really want or need anything because they take care of it, and it's really nice. You get that in Japan too, but you sort of have to have it in Japan because of the language barrier. So you have someone in both of those countries, you have someone meet you at the airport, and they're with you until you leave the airport. And then unless it's like a day off or a night off or something where they sort of like, all right, I'm going, then you're kind of on your own. And that's when fire extinguishers get set off in hotel rooms, and we get lost in Osaka.
Back to the bringing in the butler conversation from earlier. Like, if you remember in Mr. Deeds, there's the butler. I can't remember who played the butler, but he would always just like appear at certain times in certain places. That was kind of like Wally. Like he'd let us go out in the town and we messed around and we just did whatever we wanted. But like anytime it was about to be like, what time's this gonna happen? Like boom, Wally was just there.
Yeah, just there. Just knew how it worked. And definitely just like, you know, you guys can see him in the video that I did of Dave. If you follow me on social media, if you go to where Dave tries Vegemite, Wally is the one that walks in and Dave goes, he just, Vegemite, why? And Wally just goes, why not?
That was hilarious too, though. Like all the comments, apparently we've done it wrong. I'm not willing to try it right, actually, but you know, Dave put a little dip on a cracker and tried to bite, and everyone's like, that was a year's worth of Vegemite in one bite.
I know, right? Yeah, it's supposed to be a thin layer on buttered toast.
Yeah,
is what you're supposed to put it on there. And it's like, I don't really eat butter on my toast. I will eat jelly or just eat it raw. You know,
I don't really
raw
eat
dog
toast.
my toast. No,
I mean,
no, I can't say that I really do either. Every once in a while in a breakfast situation, if it comes with like wheat toast and it's not like that, where they've made it the way most people enjoy it, which is just like soaking in fucking butter.
right.
And I'll have a corner, you know, but yeah, it's not really. I love the smell of it, you know. I like toast. I like toasted sandwiches. Those are great. But yeah, apparently Vegemite, you know, and you guys have heard of it. It's in the song, you know, he just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. But and that was the thing, is everybody's response was like, oh, you're doing it wrong. And also like, you need to try Marmite or, you know, Darmite, or apparently there's all these different mites.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I tried to explain this to Casey, and because I was just like, we had such good experiences with the food over there. Like everything was fucking great. And she's like, well, what do you mean? I'm just like, I mean, just everything we ate was good. Well, you saying that catering was good? Yeah, but we also went out for an Italian dinner. When did you have time to do that? Oh yeah, I thought, okay, that was it. And then I'm drawing a blank. I'm like, yeah, how the fuck did we have time to do that? You know, and because it was all just such a whirlwind.
I think the Italian dinner was actually on our day off.
Yeah.
That was the one day off, but it was kind of weird because we were, you know, on the festivals we were playing at 1:30 and done by 2:15, and then press and whatever, like going to the airport at 4:30 or 5 and flying to the next city. Well, we get there at like 8 o'clock. So yeah, everyone's tired, but like Rob and I went to a nice dinner one night after that.
You guys had a date.
We had a date, yeah. Like the two of us went to a French restaurant, and it was fancy. We split wine. And didn't understand what the waiters were saying. It was like such a French fancy white tablecloth place, and it was awesome. We had a nice romantic evening.
Well, we bar hopped in Brisbane and had appetizers at a couple of places, and I did not have one bad experience. It was all just so freaking good. Everything just, you know, everything we had in all three cities that we were in, I can't say enough about. Even the catering at the festivals was like way up there as far as catering is concerned. And just the food was great. It didn't seem, and maybe it's because when I think back now to like when I thought Australia was really expensive, it's the time we went over there on the Pennywise Sum 41 Vandals Bowling for Soup tour. And it just, for some reason, I think maybe just the dollar was really weak then, and Australian dollar must have been, because I just remember everything being fucking crazy expensive.
I think that was true. I think we just hit it at the wrong time, because every time we've ever talked to anyone else about Australia, they're like, isn't it great? You know, and it's not expensive. And that first time we went, we were just like, it was crazy expensive.
It was crazy expensive. Yeah.
And I think like there was just something weird going on that our dollar sucked at the time.
Yeah. Dollar was sucking it up.
It was kind of a fun time, because normally on tour we all go out to the bars and go do stuff and go have fun. And on that trip, it was so expensive. We went out like the first night we got there, and after that first night, we all spent so much money that every night after that, we would just go find like a liquor store and we'd all get a
Yeah.
couple of bottles of wine and just go to the hotel room and watch movies.
Yeah, and I don't think that I ate. I don't think, and we just would eat whatever the bar around us would have. So it was like pizza, like every fucking night, like kind of like America actually.
Yeah.
But like we weren't being able to experience. I remember going into McDonald's and thinking like, holy shit, this is expensive. You know, like it was. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it was just the timing of that first trip, which was probably what 2004. 2005. Gosh, I don't know, man.
Maybe a little later than that, but who knows? I was thinking it was probably 07, 08, but it's been a good amount of time since then.
It has been, right? I'm just gonna see if it pops right up. Vandals 2008.
Yes, I was right.
Man, good guess, bro. Yeah. It was 2008, a colorful poster advertised. I found the poster of it.
Yeah, there might have been something weird going on in 2008 with the economy.
Maybe. Are you saying that jokingly, like there really was?
Yeah, there's a huge recession in our country and kind of around the world at the time.
Shit. I can't keep all that stuff straight. You know, like I just don't. I mean, I don't know. Fuck. I'm so bad at shit. Like I didn't even, you know, like I didn't watch the news once while we were gone.
I didn't turn on the TV once. We had hotels every day while we were over there.
Yeah.
And one night, I'll admit I did try to, and the batteries in my remote didn't work. But other than that, I never even turned the TV on in any of my rooms.
Yeah. Yeah. I tried one time, and I will say TV isn't that great over there as far as hotel TV is concerned. But I don't know. I just stream so much now. Like if I'm gonna, yeah, I mean, really, if I'm watching television, it's just for mindless shit anyway. So it's just easy for me to just put Netflix on and fucking have Seinfeld in the background or whatever.
Yeah, I usually turn it on just for noise. And I think like just with the crazy hectic travel schedule and everything, it was kind of nice getting to the hotel room and actually having some quiet.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice, wasn't it? And they get us all our own rooms, even the crew, which is really nice. Sorry,
Yeah.
God damn it, I'm tired.
It also means we like had showers every day, which I'm not used to that on tour.
Yeah.
And so I went through my my allotted laundry, my allotted assortment of clothes quicker than I was expected. You know?
Yeah.
I made it out just right, but
I did the same thing. Yeah, it's like because we're so used to getting a shower. Like I mean, Rob is pretty good about showering every day, but it's only, and we've talked about this on this. He's just very habitual. Like everything has, and it's I mean, if it's not at the same time, it sort of freaks him out. But like you know, you and I will go a couple of days, you know, and with that comes, well, I'm not gonna fucking change clothes. You know, if like I'm already dirty, you know, and so you're so right. I went through like I literally timed it perfect. I was on my last set of clothes. We all use packing cubes now.
Yeah.
So you know, each of my cubes has a pair of socks, a pair of underwear, and a shirt in it. And I used my last one to get home.
Yeah, the day of checking out of the hotel, about to go to the airport, that shower was my last one, and I planned on having extra, but that the festival day in Melbourne, it was so hot that I went through 2 sets of clothes that day.
Yeah, holy fuck, it was hot, wasn't it? Yeah, because it's summer over there. I bet you guys didn't know that. You might have. I don't know, but hey, let's take another break. When we come back, we'll have some more Rockstar Dad Show for you. Y'all hang out, listen to this. Welcome back to the Rockstar Dad Show. Hey, guys, tonight, actually, we have a live event happening on the web. We're going to stream it on our Facebook and on our YouTube. And we are going to be in cahoots with the Parents Lounge, which we've done shows with in the past. And we've got some celebrity guests calling in. We're going to be talking about Christmas and Christmas traditions and Christmas music. And just it's going to be our holiday special.
Yeah,
so
we've always had a good time. Always had a good time hanging out with those dudes.
Yep. So live tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern time. And after the live event, we will actually be putting that out as an episode. So if you miss it, don't worry about it. But we'd love it if you can join in live tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Central. Because we are going to be interacting with the audience as well. So we'll put out some reminders. But if you are listening to this on the day of the release or live on Adobe on Tuesday night, then we'll see you Wednesday. So, I got to say that so far the jet lag doesn't seem as bad as it's been in the past. In the past, I have just been an absolute nightmare when we get back. I will say, though, that 2 of the nights that we've been home, I've had some drinks with my father-in-law. And so that might have helped,
Man, I remember the last couple of times coming back, it was brutal, like for a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah.
And I wonder if also the past couple of times we went over there, we did like Japan and then Australia and then China and then back, So maybe just being straight to Australia, not a super long trip, coming right back, maybe that's not as bad. I don't know. But the day we got home, I was like, man, am I not jet lagged at all? And then the second night, I was like, I didn't sleep great. Last night, I did the thing where at like 8:30, I couldn't keep my eyes open. I couldn't talk. I just was, okay, I'm out. I'm done, and went to sleep. And then I woke up at like 2 a.m, wide awake. And I've been awake since 2 a.m, and never was able to go back to sleep. So I'm going to try to just like get back on the real schedule now.
That's usually, though, that is usually what starts the spiral out of control. Is the that first night where you are awake, and then if you have to take a nap, and I tried to take a nap today and I couldn't sleep. I was just super restless, and so I'll try to make it to tonight, and we'll see what happens. But so far so good. I know Dave's having some trouble sleeping, but I do want to say huge thanks to everybody who came out to the shows in Australia. It went better than we could have imagined, and we're so stoked to be, reigniting the flame over there, so to speak. That is our plan anyway. So making plans to get back over there. And, gosh, man, plans for 2025 are it's going to be a fun year. We have so many musical things going on with releases and some really, really fun touring stuff to announce soon. But all beginning in the UK in February with Wheatus and Magnolia Park. And man, that's going to be a fun tour.
That's going to be fun. And it's going to be finishing up our Hangover You Don't Deserve World Tour.
Yeah, finishing it up. Isn't that crazy? We will have celebrated the goddamn album.
It's kind of interesting. Like going to Australia, we didn't do the Hangover tour, and it was fun to get back to like the free for all of just whatever we want to do. But it's also kind of cool to be like, okay, we're going to go to Australia. We're going to play that record and have the format of that. Like just, I don't know. The past 3 runs we've done across the US have been awesome. So it's exciting to take that over there.
It really is. So those of you in the UK that are coming, we play the whole album in order. So if you need to start cramming for exams, now is the time to, really get in there, learn those songs, because we expect you to sing back to us. It's going to be great, great fun. And, man, I it's so strange just how each tour is kind of the same as far as preparation is concerned. Because it's like, okay, we're back from Australia. Now the next 6 weeks of for me are going to be, we got to get the merch ready. We've got to get the gear over there. We've got to get this and this and this, and got to get the buses, bunks assigned and shit. And we got some cool surprises during the show. And, man, I'm just excited. I think it's going to be great.
A couple cool guest appearances in our show.
That's right. Oh man, that's going to be good. It's going to be really, really good. Well, Christmas is upon us. As we said, our Christmas extravaganza will be on live Wednesday, the 18th. at 10%, 10% at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time.
You can tell we're both exhausted right now.
Oh god damn it! I'm fucking just wiped out. Like I actually I might do something I've never done in my life. I might actually go try to nap again. Like just give it another shot. It didn't take the first time. I might just go down there, lay down, see what happens. We'll see. I do have other shit I could do, but man, woo. Well, fantasy football leagues are ending everywhere. I'm out on both of mine. I didn't make the playoffs. It's almost Christmas time. It's almost the end of the year. It's almost the new year. It just, this is such an interesting time of year. So much happening, so much going on, lots of travel coming up for me. And how about you?
This is always like
a little insane to you too.
This is always a weird time of year because it's like, kids are ending their semester and then they're going to be out of school. And so that's like a lot of, Christmas parties or this or that, right? Band Christmas performances and stuff like that, right? And then you have, work parties and friend parties and all sorts of stuff going on. And then you have, for us at least, family coming in town. And it's such a weird time of year where it's like everything's wrapping up and you're ready for the next part of the year to start. And it's so busy, but you're kind of in limbo at the same time. Like it's a very hurry up and wait. If you're kind of thinking about like agenda type things, forgetting that, like just the spirit of the holidays, the Christmas cheer and getting to see everybody and hang out and all those parties, right? Like it's my favorite time of the year. I do like it, but
yeah,
it's definitely chaotic right now.
I'm a big fan too. I will say that while we were on this trip to Australia in the airports and on the airplanes, and which we were in every day, and like they play Christmas music over there. They're stoked, right? But it's, those same four. It's the Kelly Clarkson one and the Mariah Carey one, and then the Wham one. It's really those three, and it's just over and over again. And that like gives me flashbacks to retail, like where it's like, you just sort of have the one Christmas mix that's playing all the time. And like by the end of the day, you're just ready to, just stab your eardrums. And so I will say I'm glad to be rid of that and back to whatever we want our Christmas selection to be musically. But I do too. I really like this time of year. I like that kids get excited. We have our annual Christmas party here at the Reddick house, and there's a lot of treats coming around, and just people seem happier right now. And it is a little. It's funny. We got home and it was a little chilly outside. Now then today it's like 75 degrees outside.
You said the Wham song. The Wham. There's the Wham game, right, where people see how long they can go without hearing the Wham Christmas song. Yeah. And is the first internal flight from somewhere in Australia to somewhere in Australia that they played it on the plane. And Rob and I were sitting next to each other, like, well, we're out. They got us early. But it was also funny being in Australia for the amount of time that we were, and we started at the same hotel and then traveled around the country and then ended at the same hotel.
Yeah.
And whenever we got there, they hadn't done all the Christmas decorations and stuff. But whenever we checked in the last day, they had. And kind of throughout the time we were there, each hotel was getting more and more Christmassy. And that was kind of fun. But it was also weird that it's summer there. And, it was 90 degrees, but it's Christmas there.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I mean, they really are dreaming of a white Christmas.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
It's not fucking happening. Yeah, I mean, gosh.
Not unless they're doing a bunch of blow or something. I don't know.
Right. Well, shit. Yeah, I mean, party. We're probably going to see snow because we're going to, at some point during the holidays, sorry, we're going to visit Casey's grandparents in upstate New York at some point. And so pretty good odds that Everett's going to be able to see some snow, get out there, frolic in it. And
Now, are
and
you planning for that? Like, are you going up there looking at the weather and taking galoshes and I don't know what all the crap that stuff is, but are you
so
planning for that?
so for him, we're like
Okay.
for him to go out and play in it. For us, we're gonna go from the car to wherever we go, and there's not gonna be any frolicking,
Right.
for us or whatever. But I do own snow boots, or like I guess that's what you would call them, because I mean, I'm a grown ass man.
I was talking to Rob about this the other day. It's weird growing up in Texas because some years growing up, and even for my kids too, it's like some years they had snow boots, and it's like maybe at this size it was a hand me down, and then this year we bought them. But it's weird how some years they have a snow boot, and then other years if it snows, it's like, oh shit, we don't have boots. Just put on your tennis shoes and we'll wrap a plastic bag around them and head on out.
Yeah. Yeah, the plastic bag with the rubber band around the ankle.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was, I mean, we used to walk to school with that, God, that makes me sound old, but it's true. It's one of those things where it's like, but it's the really big change in the world this is what I told Casey. We were talking about this yesterday, and I go, man, just go ahead and get him some snow pants. And because my father-in-law was like, well, just wait till you get up there. And if it's snowing, you go to Walmart and buy him some stuff. And I'm like, everything is just so cheap these days because you can just get some on Amazon. I'm like, just buy the cheapest thing on Amazon and then, and he'll be able to wear that there. And then if it does snow here, which, it could, then he'll have that or whatever. And then we just donate them or whatever. But like, I'm just like, I'd rather just have it than try to go to a Walmart there and them not have his size because he's got sensory issues. And so clothes are just a whole thing. So like even to get them on Amazon, we'll have to order 2 and send 1 back,
Yeah, and also you're going up there to spend time with family. Like y'all have plans. Y'all are going to be doing stuff, right? Like you don't want to go to Walmart for
exactly.
Just have an Amazon and you're ready.
You just Amazon it these days, and it's like it's just crazy how, because if you think about like how you would get snow pants, 15 years ago, you'd have to go to the snow pants store and they fucking $75-$80, for a kid. And now I'm sure we can get a pair for $20, and like I said, he'll have more than $20 worth of fun. And then when he, after this year, we donate them.
Well, growing up where we are, there wasn't really the snow pants store.
No, they didn't have that.
No, they didn't. And it makes me think, getting ready for Thanksgiving, there's a barbecue store that I shop at a lot, right? And I was going to go to the store to buy some brine for our turkey. And Mia was in the car with me. We had dropped Tyler off at his baseball lesson, so we were going to go, it's like over by where this barbecue store is. Mm-hmm. And we drove over there and we got into the parking lot. And whenever I pulled in the parking lot, the store's gone. It's empty. It's closed down, out of business, right? And I go, oh no, the store's gone. And Mia goes, don't worry, Daddy, it'll be back next year. And I go, no, it's closed. It's gone. And she said, no, Mommy told me it'll be back next year. What are you talking about? Well, apparently it's been closed for a while. And at Halloween, it was the spirit store.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, God. So she's been there since you have.
Yeah, she was serious. She's like, don't worry, Daddy, it'll be back. And she thought I was going to the spirit store.
Hilarious. I love that she knew where she was, that just having that. That's fucking hilarious, man. Aren't they supposed to do those for Christmas this year? Are those up and I just haven't seen them?
I don't know. We've been in Australia. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm saying. Because I heard they were going to do like spirit Christmas stores,
Makes sense. Why wouldn't they?
Like I like to go to like Home Goods, or is it Home Goods?
Yeah.
What's the really big one? That's like they just got shit everywhere. And, it's over there by the original Best Buy in Louisville. Home something.
Yeah, isn't that Home Goods?
Maybe it's
I
Home
don't know.
Goods.
Something.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, you go in there and you're just walk it. It's just fucking just shit everywhere. Just all kinds of shit, and just buy shit.
That you sound like me walking around our house. We have too much shit everywhere, and I'm in get rid of shit mode. And so I just walk up to a pile. What the hell is this crap? What is this crap? Can we get rid of this?
Man, I'm so right there with you. I am for sure in this mode of just getting rid of shit. And I did that to my studio, and it makes me so happy. I walk in here and it's just I still have a little bit of clutter here and there, but it's manageable.
Yeah.
But I need to do it to like my little area in our bedroom, and I need to do a few closets, and I feel like it's one of those things where if I just start doing my stuff, then it'll be easier for us to do Everett's, and I honestly don't give a shit if everybody else does it. If my areas are cool, I'm gonna be good.
Yeah. I don't know. It's taken over our whole house. We need to declutter everywhere.
Oh yeah, us too. And I almost got my garage done finally. And then they purged clothes, and now there's like 10 trash bags of donation clothes in my garage. But I can't take them to donation yet because Casey wants to re-go through them for some reason. And so now, I don't know. I'm fucking never going to get there. I just feel like it's just like this endless thing, man. But yeah, I am excited about the holidays, and going to get to see lots and lots of family, and some family that her dad's cousins we haven't seen in a long time, and then I'm excited to see her grandparents again, and the usual peeps, and it's going to be I think it's going to be a good holiday season. I'm excited about it.
I'm sorry. Once again, we are going to miss your holiday party.
Son of a bitch.
I know. We were planning on making it until about a week ago, whenever Anik's family has now scheduled their family Christmas. We're going to Wichita Falls to see her parents and hang out with the Gallners, and that's that weekend.
Well, you know what, man? I get it. You got to do it. And those are the things that happen, man. Yeah. Well, I'm going to miss you guys. It's going to be a good one. We will, of course, do it again next year. And you never know. We may do a Christmas in July, and those are fun too. Guys, don't forget, live tomorrow or Wednesday the 18th, we will be on our Facebook and our YouTube for the Rockstar Dad Show live with the Parent Lounge. Excuse me.
And always a fun hang.
It's going to be a great fun time. We've got some celebrity guests calling in. We'll be talking with some of you guys live. So if you miss it, don't worry about that. We will then we'll air that, I believe, next week. That will be our Christmas episode. So should be lots and lots of fun. Until then, though, guys, y'all have a happy holiday season, and we will see y'all next time. Everybody, y'all be good.
This is a song for my friends Jaret and Gary. They started a podcast and said a theme was necessary. They're just a couple of guys in a band that you know, some rockstar dads who started a show. Until the next episode.